Hey, what's going on, fellow hunters? Welcome back to the channel. So I'm very excited to make this video because this is one of my all-time favorite saddles. It's probably one of the most comfortable single panel saddles I have ever sat in. Now I have this saddle completely set up in a hunting configuration because this is my personal saddle. I've got 40-foot rappel rope, mad rock, lineman's belt, gear hanger, everything. Everything is in this saddle. So I'll put you up on the tripod and we'll sit down and we'll go through all the features of this saddle. There are a couple of pros and cons, I think, to this saddle. Even though it is my all-time favorite, there are a couple things that I don't like about it, so we will go through that as well, and what I have done to remedy that. I already know how comfortable this saddle is. The first time I ever sat in it was at the Mobile Hunters Expo last year. So I had just bought a TX5 saddle, which is also a very comfortable saddle, but I had already spent all that money on that saddle and I wasn't getting ready to just drop another $300 on another saddle. I have taken this saddle already through Indiana and Kentucky, and I've hung all kinds of cameras. I've probably hiked close to 100 miles in this thing, so I have quite a bit of experience with this saddle. Now I haven't gotten a chance yet to sit like a full day rut hunt in it, but I do know that it's very, very comfortable. So I do have this saddle decked out a little bit, but that's because this is my personal hunting saddle. So this is the Venatic from Trophyline, and it is one of the ripstop nylon style of saddles, which is definitely one of my favorite. It's definitely one of my favorite style of saddles, just because of how well they form to your body. This is the brown color. They have a brown and a black. So you get the saddle by itself for $299. And then you can get a matching pouch if you like. I went ahead and threw on the camo square accessory pouch, and that holds 40-foot of rappel rope, mad rock, carabiner, my bow pull-up rope, and rappel retrieval rope. So the saddle comes standard with an openable bridge and a carabiner. It has an ADF Raptor buckle waist belt, and then also Raptor buckle leg buckles. It comes with what they call fold-back lineman's loops, and I absolutely love these. They're very easy to find in the dark. They're nice and wide open, and then as you're walking through brush, they kind of fold back. But I hang stuff off of them, like my lineman's belt and then my bridge. So it kind of helps keep that stuff out of the way, and it's not sticking out in front of you and getting snagged on brush on the way through the woods. It has this rubberized waist belt, which is absolutely awesome. It helps keep it from sliding up or down, and helps kind of keep all your layers and stuff in place. That way, like if you have a jacket on, it's not sliding up. This saddle is made in the USA, which is awesome. On the back, they have this tab that you can use to compress the saddle for your walk in, and it kind of shortens that up, and I'll show you that again when I put the saddle on. It has 3 rows of MOLLE, one at the top, one down towards the bottom, and then this awesome rubberized MOLLE that you can use to hang all kinds of gear off of. Standard with the bridge, I believe the saddle weighs 30 ounces, so that's not too terribly bad. So let's go ahead and get this thing put on. Also, real quick, I forgot to mention that the waist belt has what they call the bridge garage, and I will show you that as well here in just a second as soon as I get this put on. So the one thing that I like about an openable bridge is the fact that you don't have to step through it, you don't have to bring it over your shoulders or anything like that. So when you get to the truck at the end of a hunt, you can just pull this thing off and you're not stepping in and out of it with muddy boots, wet clothes, whatever it is, right? So I go ahead and just open it up, put it around your waist, go ahead and buckle it in. I always keep my leg straps buckled, so then you just unbuckle, come through your legs, go right back in, come through your legs, go right back in. And then from there, like I said, that bridge garage is right here. And you can tuck that down in there to kind of keep that out of the way. Also, sometimes what I do, because I'm kind of a thin fellow, is I like to bring this bridge loop over here and I clip it into my carabiner. and that pulls everything very, very tight to my body. Now it does have that strap that compresses the saddle. I'll show you that here in a second, but generally I don't even use it like that. I just go ahead and I walk in just like this. So if I really wanted to go minimal, really all I needed is a bow and a one stick in the other hand, and I could walk in and go anywhere I needed. Now with that saddle compression hook, really all you gotta do is reach down here, pull up, and put it through that rubberized molly. Pop it in there, and that'll kind of keep the saddle up and off the back of your legs while you walk in. But I've always walked in with my saddles on, so it doesn't even bother me at all. So once I get to the tree, I'll go ahead and attach my bridge to the other side, lock that carabiner, tighten my bridge up just a little bit, and then over here in this pouch I've got 40 foot of Canyon Camo Elite and a Mad Rock, so I'll go ahead and clip in there, and then I'll go ahead and get this set up on the tree, and then I can get you into position. Okay, excess rope, it's stored back in the pouch. Keep everything nice and clean. So with this being my personal saddle, I mean, I have spent quite a bit of time sitting in it, so I've had a chance to kind of figure out what I like that makes it comfortable. And for the most part, I wear it exactly like how I walk in. I have it just above my waist belt, and then the rubberized waist belt back here kind of is just right at the very bottom of my lower back, and then the bottom strap is just below the crease of my butt. Well, I'd say it's a good 2 inches below the crease of my butt. The bridge itself, right, is very easy to adjust because it's only on that one side. And so one of the biggest complaints that I have with the saddle was just the bridge itself, as far as being able to adjust it up and down. I love the fact that it's openable, but in order to get that perfect pitch. And then as far as walking around in it, I just noticed that the saddle itself loosened up on me. The waist belt would loosen up, the leg buckles loosened up. I have solutions to all those fixes, and this will be the saddle that I'm hunting out of this year. And I'll show you what I did in order to make this saddle for me absolutely perfect. I'll show you that at the very end of this video. But for me with this saddle, there's really no need to pull it up or pull it down. It almost feels like it's just part of your pants. It is very form-fitting. I love these ripstop nylon style saddles. When it comes to single panel, non-expandable, just very basic single panel saddles, this is definitely the most comfortable one I've ever sat in. The bridge though that it comes with does slide very easily through the carabiner, and you can very easily hunt just like this, but I like to tweak the bridge angle just a little bit more than what I'm able to with this one, and then I will show you what I did to keep it tight. But you can adjust the pitch of the bridge one-handed. It does kind of hold it in place, but you don't really get that same effect on the other side. You kind of have to like pinch the bridge and kind of make it go there. You know what I mean? You can get it adjusted, but it's just not as easy as sliding a knot. Slide it all the way to the top. Holds that position very well, and that's extremely comfortable for leaning. The fabric is actually very, very quiet. This camera, as you probably already know, picks up like everything, and it's pretty quiet fabric. So yeah, I will go ahead and I will set this up into what I call its finished hunting configuration, and I'll show you what we'll be running for the 2023 season. As far as the leg straps, I just ran like 2 stitches, just like 2 stitch each into the bottom of these, because I don't really adjust them, and I keep them relatively loose. So I just went ahead and stitched those into place, and that's what I did to combat those coming loose. Okay, so I've got it, and it's completed what I would call its hunting configuration, and kind of what I've done to make it perfect for me Now, don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with the way the saddle comes. I'm just, in all honesty, I'm just a little picky, and I like my saddle set up a very, very specific way. So what I did to make this saddle perfect for me was the first thing was I replaced the bridge. So I took the bridge off of my TX5 Lone Star, the openable bridge that I had made out of that bridge. On my left bridge loop, I have a continuous loop of AM steel that I got from RDA Outdoors, and then I take that bridge and I clip it in there. So that way it's fully adjustable on both sides and fully adjustable length. Second thing that I did was I went ahead and I replaced the waist belt. So I just took the waist belt again off of my old TX5 saddle, and it is the very stiff option that they offer, and that helps keep it up and keep it tight, and that thing literally never goes anywhere. I love this waist belt. So I went ahead and just moved it from that saddle to this saddle in order to make it perfect for me. And then I went ahead and I sewed those leg loops. Then I went ahead and I sewed those leg straps so that they don't ever move, because I don't ever want to adjust them. I don't want them going anywhere. I just want them just like that, how they are. So we'll go ahead and throw it up on the tree in this configuration. And that is essentially how I would run this saddle, or any saddle really. With this saddle you kind of just pop into place. I got a couple big monster bucks that have been popping up on camera here lately, so I'm getting stoked for the season, and hopefully we get to lay down a monster this year. We've put in a lot of miles, and we'll see what happens. So if you like this video and you want to see more content like it, please hit that subscribe button. It doesn't cost you anything, and it helps the channel immensely, and it helps get this content out to people just like you. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you never miss a video. You don't want to miss any of the hunts that we got coming up this year. It's going to be very interesting. We'll be doing the Mobile Hunters Expo at the end of this month. First weekend in September we'll be going down to Kentucky for that trip, and then we'll be back up here in Indiana for the season open in October. Thanks for watching.